Brazil. One of our parents, Henry and Laverne Hill. Mr. Laverne Hill is the former head of the Urban League here in Tulsa. And the book is beautifully published by Pelican. We really do appreciate it, and I don't want to do all the talking because Jennifer's got all the interesting information. We hope you all are enjoying the food. Several of the recipes are included in the cookbook. We hope that when you get your cookbook, you will use it in that way. And without further ado, we'd like to welcome Ms. Jennifer, Chef Jennifer.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you so very much for having me, for hosting me. And I know people are saying, well, welcome to Tulsa, welcome to Tulsa. So it's really a welcome back because I did, in fact, go to Booker T, Washington. I think I hit like all the Oklahoma schools while I was here. But Booker T, Washington. I had a small stint at University of Oklahoma, but we won't talk about that part of it. Graduated from University of Tulsa, and then went to Oklahoma State. It was OSU Tech at the time, so now it's Technical Institute in Oklahoma, where I got my associates in culinary arts. And all of these combined gave me just a wonderful, wonderful foundation for cooking. That plus my love of food. My family, as Leslie said, is from Mississippi, the Mississippi Delta. So I grew up watching my grandparents and my great aunts and uncles grow their food, harvest it, raise their livestock, their eggs and their milk and the cheese and the butter. So I had a great appreciation for food. And for me to be able to go out and pursue my passion and actually make a living at it is outstanding. I feel very blessed and happy to be able to do that. So I want to definitely say that. I want to talk a little bit more about my technical education. I did have the opportunity to go to Le Cordon Bleu in Paris, France. And people seem very impressed with that part of the resume. And I call it like my finishing school. But my foundation was a technical school. So I want to just remind people that if you want a career, it is nothing wrong with getting your first 2 years, getting your foundation at a tech school. And in my experience, I had European chefs, I learned classical French cuisine. I was able to get scholarships. So I want to recommend to anyone who's going back to school or going to school for the first time, look at your tech schools, see what they have to offer, and then you can always transfer that into the big university or whatever it is you wanted to do. Now, I'm an educator, which me and my mother, Laverne, laughed about, because I never aspired to be an educator or a teacher of any sort. But she always teases me that I've always been a teacher. And I find that cooking and teaching people to cook, for me, is very natural. So that, I think, is why it's working out. But as an educator, I always like people to ask questions. I'm very informal in that way. So if you have questions about my career, about food, about maybe the recipe, you just try it in the back. Don't be shy. I'd love to kind of fill some Q&A while I'm here. But about my book, Field Peas to Foie Gras, Southern Recipes with a French Accent. For me, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek because growing up, my grandmother loved field peas or crowder peas. And my aunt Juanita, who we call Honey, that's like her favorite pea, field peas. And so growing up, I thought everyone ate field peas. I mean, you got it, everyone eats it. Not realizing that it's very southern and very kind of low on the totem pole of elegant, dishes. And then, of course, the foie gras adds in the French aspect of my journey, my culinary journey. So I like to tell people that you have something like black-eyed pea salad that everyone can get behind, everyone is familiar and comfortable to make and eat. And then you have your foie gras that maybe you'll get to try once in your lifetime, decide if you like it, you hate it, you agree with it or not. But the book was something I needed to share as I said, my food journey, but also my legacy. What I have found as a Black woman or African American woman in culinary is the assumption always is you only can cook Southern cuisine, you don't have a formal education, and you probably are a pastry chef anyway, because women don't really rock in the kitchen like that. So it made me feel like I need to write this book and show people that Black women are in fact in the kitchen, we are in fact educated, and Southern cuisine is in fact elegant and beautifully turned out. So this book was for my mother and my aunt and my cousins in Mississippi, and for everyone who has ever had a dream that they're pursuing. And I was able to fulfill this one and share it with you guys. So thank you very much.